In 1970, the tide of change swept into Buffalo. Washed away were the aging Goliaths who brought victory in the 60s. In their places stood a crop of young players with whom Buffalo's future lies. For Coach John Roush and his young team, 1970 was a season of rebuilding, a time of experimentation, a year in which the Buffalo Bills revealed the face of their future, a face of youth. The lessons come hard in the wars of pro football. The season's opening weeks were spent discovering who would fill key positions, and the inexperienced Bills fell to the Broncos and Rams. The third week brought the New York Jets, and the game answered important questions. Who would be Buffalo's quarterback? Rookie Dennis Shaw got his first start and went wild. Building a potent passing attack is a basic step for a pro team, and the Bills seem to have found their trigger man. Number 86, Marlon Briscoe, caught 2 touchdown passes, and the Shaw to Briscoe combination may be the long-range weapon that could make victory a habit. Another big question: could O.J. Simpson recapture the style that made him college football's most celebrated runner? O.J. exploded in his greatest performance in a Buffalo uniform, and the crowning moment came on a 95-yard romp with a kickoff. Building a winner takes time. Victory begins with the parts, the players, and the 34-31 conquest of New York proved that Buffalo has the horses. Three weeks later, New York was again the victim of Buffalo's furor. The Jets were grounded, while the Bills' offense flew through the air with the greatest of ease. The victory gave Buffalo a clean sweep of the series with New York, as the Bills proved they could knock heads with anyone. The Bills' next test would come from the Patriots, and the Buffalo-Boston series has always been a brutal confrontation.
Let's go, kickoff team, get it up! Cover, let's go!
tough out there, man. There's no room to run.
Okay, let's go now. Red 56 on 1.
No room to run for Boston's Carl Garrett. Last year's Rookie of the Year found all the gates closed, and his efforts finally erupted in frustration. In 1969, Garrett stole the scene from O.J. Simpson. But this was 1970, and the spotlight belonged to O.J. Charging, leaping, churning, and darting, O.J. Simpson came to life. Buffalo's hopes once rode solely on the flying feet of O.J. Simpson. But in 1970, the golden arm of Dennis Shaw became one more pillar for the future. The Buffalo Bills are youth. Number 25, Haven Moses, has played only 3 years, but already has become a consistent deep threat. The defenders also wear the face of youth. Age has eaten away at the defense, and young players, like number 52, Edgar Chandler, have filled the hole. Against Boston, Buffalo had all their guns blazing. Even an attempted onside kick resulted in a Buffalo touchdown by rookie Greg Jones, number 36. The Patriots witnessed unrestrained youth on a rampage, and the victory was due in large part to the defense. Ron McDowell, 6'4", 288, a tough veteran. Jim Dunaway, 6'4", 277, big and mean. Julian Nunemaker, young and overpowering. Al Cowlings, a superb rookie. Linebackers, Paul Guidry, a young headhunter. Edgar Chandler, quick and intimidating. Mike McCaffrey, a valuable reserve. The secondary, cornerbacks, Robert James, lean and mean. Butch Bird, a cagey old veteran. Safeties, John Pitts, swift and strong. Pete Richardson, quick and tough. The defense was a blend of the old and the young. They were tough and aggressive, and their favorite pastime was sticking. Crush the runner was a favorite game, but bury the quarterback was even more fun. From seasoned veterans like Mike Stratton and Ron McDowell to rookies like Al Cowlings, the name of the game was hitting. The secondary, too, could hit. And venturing into their territory was a good way to lose your head. The safety positions were manned by a couple of young toughs. Number 47, Pete Richardson, and number 48, John Pitts. At the corners were number 42, Butch Bird, who has started every game for the last 7 years. And number 20, Robert James, the first player from Fisk University ever to play pro ball. Together, they were the slickest thieves this side of Sing Sing, and experience can only sharpen their youthful skills. In the season's 8th game, Buffalo engaged in a slugfest with the Cincinnati Bengals. They lost the battle, they lost the war, and worst of all, they lost O.J. Simpson for the season with a knee injury. Buffalo would sorely miss O.J., for he had been the big gun in the Bills' attack. The man with the magical legs and the mystifying moves. He can turn corners quicker than a New York cab driver and has more speed and power than the Midnight Flyer. He's the master of start and stop, the maestro of fake and go. In his rookie year, critics felt O.J.'s performance had not matched his potential. But in 1970, O.J. was well on his way to a rushing title when injury struck. Now he was gone, and the problem was how to replace the irreplaceable. With O.J. in street clothes, the Bills tried to take up the slack by using promising young runners like rookies Lloyd Pate, number 33, and Greg Jones, number 36. But injuries soon chopped down most of the running backs. A pleasant surprise was number 30, Wayne Patrick, who hits with the power of a battering ram. But he too was eventually cut down by an injury.